pay me for it?
Hmm.
And then she said, because your work is worth it. You deserve to be paid for it. Why should you make it for free? If you're good at something, make money out of it. Traditionally, they would have a whole ceremony where, mantras will be chanted. There will be
Yeah.
this whole ritual that will be performed before making the mandala, because you want to summon positive energies and cleanse the place where the mandala is being made.
Yes, मेरे लिए भी ऐसा है कि मेरे लिए आर्टिस्ट है ना, कभी कभी जैसे ये मंडाला है या फिर ऐसे भी, लाइक आई हैव सम फ्रेंड्स की जो पेंटिंग्स वगैरह करते हैं, देन देयर इज वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड्स इज लाइक इंटीरियर डिजाइनर, कुछ लोग आर्किटेक्चर है, तो मतलब इन लोग मतलब आई कंसिडर देम एज आर्टिस्ट बिकॉज उनका जो इमेजिनेशन पावर है और जो क्रिएटिविटी है ना, उन दोनों को ऐसे मतलब वो कंप्लीटली ब्लेंड होके जो एंड रिजल्ट होता है ना, इट इज वेरी 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 फैसिनेटिंग फॉर मी कि ये ऐसे इतना ऐसे सोच कैसे सकता है कोई इंसान। आई मीन मेरे लिए भगवान समान है आर्टिस्ट। आई रिस्पेक्ट अ लॉट बिकॉज यू गाइज यू नो द क्रिएटिविटी एंड द पेशेंस एज वेल यू गाइज हैव, कि मंडाला में ऑब्वियसली पेशेंस तो बहुत लगता है, राइट? एंड आई एम श्योर यू मस्ट हैव एक्सपीरियंस दैट एज वेल। तो कभी कभी मेरे लिए ये चीज इट इज वेरी वेरी यू नो वेरी फैसिनेटिंग कि यार ये कैसे बना लेता है, कैसे कैसे कोई ऐसा बना सकता है, हाउ ऐसा।
The more we are talking about art and the more we are talking about mandalas, we are you know, it feels like we are moving towards philosophy and spirituality. I guess art has that quality, right? Art has that characteristic
Yeah.
that when you talk about art, you directly you get transformed into someone else, right?
हाँ, I think मतलब art ऐसी चीज है, you can connect anything and everything to it. You can connect philosophy to it. You can connect religion to it. You can connect your everyday life to it. So yeah, art is something which is very what do you say, flexible as a concept. And yeah, so
Yes.
and what Jenish mentioned earlier about that art that he saw that I'd made with those planets and aliens and everything that were colorful, and the rest of the mandala was black and
Black,
white.
yes.
So yeah, I mean, the reason I came up with that was because I am very interested in psychedelic art, and I love making mandalas. So I was trying to combine the two somehow, and एक्सप्लोर की मंडालास के साथ और क्या क्या करा जा सकता है, यू नो, इन टर्म्स ऑफ
Okay.
आर्ट की। हाँ, बिकॉज आई बिलीव देयर इज एंडलेस स्कोप। अभी जो लोग बना रहे हैं, जैसे भी बना रहे हैं, दे आर डूइंग अ ग्रेट जॉब, बट people are not exploring it to its most extreme corners जैसे mandalas को करा जा सकता है। I do follow a lot of artists whose work inspires me a lot, and it also
Mm-hmm.
inspires me to do something different, बिकॉज वो जो कर रहे हैं वो तो उन्होंने कर दिया, राइट? अब मैं भी अगर सेम चीज करने लग जाऊंगी, देन व्हाई वुड पीपल वांट टू लुक एट माय वर्क व्हेन दे कैन ऑलरेडी सी देयर वर्क?
Hmm.
So that was the whole thought process that went behind creating that art piece that Jenish mentioned. And in fact, every art piece, I believe every mandala that I make should be unique enough that you don't find the exact same thing anywhere else. And because every person is special, right? Every person is unique. If you're getting something that's made by me, it should be as unique as you. So that's the thought process that goes behind making every art piece. And that's why any two mandalas that I've made so far in all these years, none of them are the exact same. There might be similar elements that I use in, or some of my mandalas, multiple mandalas, but they're also all used in a different way, so that each art piece is very like considerably and very different from each other in an identifiable way. So yeah, that's what happened while creating that one.
Yeah, so art is
Okay.
quite subjective, right? Art is quite subjective.
It is
Not only subjective for the creator but for the observer as well. You know, you see what you
true.
think about. So the
Hmm.
same piece of art would create a different impact on Harshvardhan and a different one for me, right? Because we do
Yeah.
think in a different way. We belong to different backgrounds. We are working in different zones, so it has a lot of subjectivity to it, right?
Yes. तो गार्गी, जैसे आपने बताया कि people watch your work, I mean people see your work and then they like your work as well, but just ये question अभी मेरे मन में आया कि कभी hatred मिला है किसी से कि ये क्या बना दिया ऐसा करके, like I hope नहीं मिला हो, but ऐसे भी कुछ कुछ
um,
बुद्धिजीवी हैं समाज में जिनको लगे कि ये चीज नहीं अच्छी है, तो कभी मिला है? and how did you handle that as well?
um, hatred तो नहीं मिला है थैंकफुली अभी तक. अभी आर्ट पेज बहुत ग्रोइंग स्टेज पे है. And I mean, I'm still I was not very active on my art page until a few months ago. मतलब January start हुआ, the new year came and I made this resolution कि नहीं, इस बार art page पे ध्यान देना है. That's when the followers actually started increasing. So I mean, I have made a lot of art in all these years, but yeah, thankfully hatred जो बोलते हैं ना कि बहुत aggressive कोई hatred या कुछ बहुत ही negative feedback ऐसा नहीं मिला. Though there was this one time where I made a mandala and I was told by the other person that, you know, this is all right, but like you've not done your best and you could possibly be doing better. And I mean, given the kind of person I am, I don't think मुझे किसी और से hatred की जरूरत पड़ती है. मैं खुद ही इतनी self doubting type की इंसान रह चुकी हूँ. I've had self-esteem issues and I have spent a lot of time dealing with them. So I know that I am my biggest critique. I, perceive my art in the best way possible and also in the worst way possible. So there have been so many times when in the middle of creating something, I would get an art block and I would be like, what the hell is this? I mean, what am I even making? Why does it look so ugly? What is wrong with my imagination? How could I, because mandalas have a lot of layers that you have to fill. There are a lot of patterns you have to make. And to try to make every mandala different from the other, coming up with a new design every single time is not easy. And to be able to find that kind of inspiration around you, to be observant enough where you could make something different with the same lines, with the same shapes, but manipulated in a way that makes it look beautiful, also aesthetic also at the same time. That's very hard to do. I put in a lot of research. I go on Instagram, Pinterest, and every other possible database of good pictures and good art and aesthetics that I know about, and I go through everyone's work and I see what they are doing and how I can also do something equally brilliant, something better if possible, but also something which is very different from what they are doing. तो इतना सारा जब आप सोचते हो और फिर आप अपना काम देखते हो और आप अच्छे मूड में नहीं हो, तो obviously you are going to hate your work. You are going to hate your work sometimes. You will not like it. You can't always be like, oh my god, मेरा काम कितना अच्छा है. नहीं, I am that person who has been like, what the hell did I just make? I have been that person for most of the time, and thankfully I've had a lot of good people around me who would constantly reassure me कि नहीं ये अच्छा बन रहा है. You have to have faith in yourself. ये अच्छा बन रहा है. So that hatred, thankfully I haven't received it from other people, but there's this other side of me which is like, is the kind जो बहुत fault find करती है हर चीज में और बहुत जल्दी करती है, especially अगर मैं कुछ कर रही हूँ, खुद कर रही हूँ, खुद का कोई creation है. So and I have seen कि how वो एक मेरे साथ consistently वैसा process रहा है. I would start making something, I would doubt myself midway and I would criticize myself, then I would get over it, and then I would create something in the end which would look really nice to everyone, and everyone would be like, अरे ये तो बहुत अच्छा बनाया, ये तो कैसे बनाया, ये वो, and everything. I'd be like, हाँ नहीं अच्छा तो बनाया ही है. So
एक्चुअली मतलब सेल्फ सेंस ऑफ क्रिएशन के साथ मुझे लगता है सेल्फ डाउट और सेल्फ क्रिटिसिज्म फ्री में आता है. Whenever someone is creating something, there is this self doubt and self criticism by default attached to it, right?
It's definitely there. So वो मैं खुद को इतना कर दिया है क्रिटिसाइज लाइफ में कि अगर किसी और से हेटेड आएगा तो भी I think I'll be able to deal with it given how much I've dealt with myself. So
So do you think that improves the end result per se ki okay, as you said, you make something midway, you doubt, and then you create something, but then do you think ki wo चीज जो end result है it is better and self doubt की वजह से?
I was basically saying that I do agree with Harshvardhan when he says that, it that self doubt in the process, as a part of the process, can possibly make the end result better. That is true. That does happen because आप अपने आप को पुश कर रहे हैं सोचने के लिए, वैसे वैसे आपने पहले नहीं सोचा, and you're trying to see what extent your imagination can go to if it is forced into like going somewhere and not staying where it is, so that you can come up with something which is new, which is novel in its own way. And us process mein self doubt does help because you are making yourself do something you've not done before. But the toxicity of it, that part of it is not good. It's not healthy for any creative individual, because what happens is in the process you end up pulling yourself down, really really down, because you start doubting everything that you're doing. You start doubting what you were creating, why you started with this, how you will end with it, whether you're competent enough to do it right, and all those things. So I don't think you should go to that extent where you start questioning your whole identity as a person, because when self doubt is like a huge thing, it's a very vast term. You could self doubt yourself this much, you can self doubt yourself this much, or like, you don't know. I mean, you could go to any extent to do it, of it, right? So I think you have to be mindful here while self-doubting yourself, ki what extent you self-doubt yourself to. And
But that's quite difficult, right? You
yeah,
cannot
it is definitely difficult.
you
I
cannot
have done
pinpoint
it for
yourself.
years.
When you are doubting yourself, you cannot go out of your way. You cannot be a third person who can observe yourself doing this
Hmm,
doubt on yourself. So it's quite it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
whole different level, right?
यस,
yeah.
वो फिर एक वो लूप बन जाता है कि यू
Yes,
डाउट
yeah,
एंड देन कि आपको लगता है कि ओके यहाँ पे मुझे डाउट करना बंद करना चाहिए, बट देन द अदर पार्ट ऑफ योर माइंड सेज कि नहीं, दिस इज नॉट स्टिल
It's
इट
a
इज नॉट टू गुड,
vicious
देन
cycle.
yes, exactly. So it is जैसे आपने पहले भी कहा कि you have some people around you who say कि नहीं chill कर, it is okay, this is this is a good thing, this is a good outcome of your work, and it is very necessary to have these kind of people around you then,
But for
right?
I guess for any creator, the sense of perfection is the key thing, because of which we doubt ourselves and we criticize ourselves, right? Because we need that level of perfection. We believe that we can achieve that level. We have which we have in our imagination, that this level should be bare minimum for my creation, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then we crave for that perfection.
हाँ, उसमें क्या हो जाता है कि आई हैव रियलाइज, जैसे आर्ट एक बहुत सब्जेक्टिव चीज है ना, every creative person also, they have their own sense of perfection, as in the sense of perfection भी एक subjective चीज है. Everyone will
हाँ,
have a different sense of it. So what is perfect to me will probably not be perfect to you. So now because of that, you will, maybe you're looking at something and you feel it's perfect, but because I don't feel it's perfect, I'll continue working on it till the time I have reached a point where I am satisfied it to at least a certain level where I feel I can now let this art piece be seen by the rest of the world. So that is there. And you have to, again, here, like I said with self doubt, you have to control yourself from becoming too negative or too toxic, even with your sense of perfection with things. Ki kahan pe I am overdoing it and kahan pe I have to let loose and let myself breathe, and where you have to keep check of where that sense of perfection is actually being useful and helpful to you in making your work better. So there are a lot of things that require balance, and achieving balance is very difficult. That's what everyone is trying in life, right? I mean, and not achieving it is the more common uh, phenomenon that you see happening instead of people being in perfect balance. So like again, you have to find your own sense of balance. The other person's sense of balance might not match with yours. That could also probably be subjective. You have to see where things are healthy for you and after which line it is that you cross that things become unhealthy for you mentally in your creative process of making something. And I think once, and that comes after years of working. नहीं आता इतनी जल्दी नहीं आता है. You feel that you know things, you feel that you see things, but knowing things is different from realizing things and is different from doing things.
Yes.
Exercising it in real life.
Yes.
That is something I've experienced so much. So yeah, I think वो आपको खुद को ऑब्जर्व करना बहुत जरूरी है. जितना यू ऑब्जर्व व्हाट यू क्रिएट, जितना यू ऑब्जर्व योर आर्ट, और whatever field that you specialize in, you obviously make a lot of observations about it around you, right? So as much as you make observations outside, you've got to make them inside too, so that you are better for you.
Yeah, correct. Right. So I
Wow.
mean, I'm quite mesmerized by the conversation that we are having right now. So I just you mentioned, right, that your psyche gets impacted by everything that you do in any field, right? In any field, you need
Yeah.
to draw that line. You need to draw that line where you create a balance between the things that matter to you. And because once you start doing, like you said, that you started growing your page this year, right? Your Instagram page. But what happens
Yeah.
somewhere down the line, what happens is sometimes even if you are not feeling well, if you are not in the zone of creating something, you need to do that because you have a page, you need to grow that, you have an audience, and you need to show your work to them, right? So that can be a hindrance in creating something that you like. Instead of that, you do something that other people might like, right? So you need to draw that
True.
line as
Exactly.
well. You need to draw that line as well. And that ideal life we talked about is a feature of utopia, right? If there is a utopia, there will be an ideal life. Otherwise, people will keep drawing that line and keep working hard to get that balance, but it's quite difficult. But based on that, the psyche that we talked about, the impact of mandalas on human psychology is what I'm fascinated about. So I would like to I would like to know about that.
Okay, yeah, right. So with mandalas, is the thing with them is, to begin with, um, when you see a mandala, if you not just observe what you're seeing, the art in front of you, if you observe yourself while you're looking at a mandala, you will realize that in that moment, you are not thinking about anything else because you're so engrossed in the sight which is in front of you. You're so involved and absorbed in taking in the image of that mandala, looking at it, looking at its design, how it's made, and the amount of symmetry and synchronicity that exists in that art piece, that you will forget everything else for that one moment. You will not be thinking about the past, you will not be thinking about the future. You'll just be present and grounded in that very moment, admiring the creation that is in front of you. And this happens to everybody at any given point, whenever they're looking at mandalas. Your brain is so busy understanding and appreciating the symmetry of the design that it forgets everything else that it was thinking about before seeing that mandala. So that is where the whole impact of mandalas on psychology, I think, begins, from. Because the very initial effect that it has on people is mesmerizing, sort of.
Yeah.
And this happens very unconsciously. Like, you won't realize how much you are appreciating that mandala that you're seeing, you probably won't realize, but it will happen on some level, consciously or unconsciously. Like, for example, how if you've gone to temples that have domes and they have those carvings and those whole circular designs in the dome that look so beautiful that when you look up for a moment, you're just looking up at the design, and you kind of feel that you're lost in what you're looking at. So that is why I think mandalas were also used as a tool for meditation, because they have what it takes to capture you. We don't know how much our brains love symmetry. We don't realize it, but we do. Psychologically, we do. And that's why every time that you see something which is in perfect balance and perfect symmetry, and that's why a lot of people who make really good mandalas, their mandalas look like they're printed. So that is because they're able to manage to create that amount of similarity in a handmade design that is making it look as if it wasn't handmade. So because of that, I have noticed that mandalas can impact people greatly in terms of psychology. Also, so I am somebody who has experienced a lot of psychological problems, and I have been to therapy. So there was this point of time back in 2018 where I was suffering from depression, I was suffering from anxiety, I was suffering from paranoid tendencies, and all of them at once, which was very weird because I was like, what the hell is happening? How am I supposed to deal with this? Because we are not taught these things, right? How do you know when you're being bombarded with probably, some of the major psychological problems that there are out there that people face, and you're experiencing all of them in a lot of magnitude? How do you deal with that? So while I was going through all of that, and when I was going to therapy, I remember this one thing that my therapist said, that when you get an anxiety attack and when you feel that your heart is racing and you're restless and you don't know what to do, and you think you're losing it, you need to ground yourself. And he taught me a grounding technique, which was that you have to start deep breathing, and you have to use all of your five senses and count all the information that you're receiving from those five senses. For example, count five things that you can see, five things that you can taste, five things that you can touch, five things that you can smell, five things that you can hear right now. And what that does is, because all of your five senses are being used at the same time to receive information and become observant, you come back to the present moment from whatever it was that you were thinking about earlier, which was making you anxious and giving you an anxiety attack. You become immediately grounded in the moment. Now, when I realized the whole essence of that process, I realized that this process of becoming grounded happens knowingly or unknowingly to us in a lot of other places and at a lot of other points in time in life, where we don't do it consciously, but it just happens. For example, you will realize that you feel very calm and grounded whenever you go to a place which has a lot of nature or scenic beauty. Like maybe you go to the mountains, you're hiking, you see a lot of visual beauty, the pretty sky, beautiful mountains, there are a lot of trees, there's fresh air. You can feel the dirt, the grass under your feet. You can hear the birds chirping. You can um, smell the soil if the soil is wet when it's raining, and you can probably see the whole spread of natural beauty that is in front of you. And you will realize that all of your five senses in that moment are active, and that is why you will feel that in a lot of natural places you're grounded, you're in the moment, you're enjoying it, you're taking it in. So it's the same thing that's happening, that that I talked about, that my therapist recommended to me. You are supposed to use all of your five senses and get yourself present in that moment. And you will realize ki, wow, okay, so this thing is happening at other places also, though I don't realize it. And that is why I'm feeling so happy and calm and grounded and just in the moment here right now. Now, all this whole process, I realized, also used to happen with my art while I was creating it. So because I used to create this whole atmosphere where I'm not just making a mandala, but there are also candles, scented candles lit in the corner. I have some really soothing music playing in the background, and I make sure that I'm sitting comfortably at it, and the room is at a temperature which is suitable for me. So creating a whole experience out of the art that you're making helps you again become grounded in a way which lets you live in the present moment, which in turns affects you psychologically in a very positive way, because you're not thinking about all of your bad experiences from the past and worrying about them, and you're not worrying about your future plans either, ki kal kya karna hai, life mein aage kya karna hai. All of that is not happening to you. So I think that is why mandalas can have a very, or in general any form of art can have a very positive impact on people while you're making art, because it helps you be more present, and it helps you get away from your own negative thoughts or your own loops that you keep walking in, that whole conversation that you keep having with yourself in your own head, telling yourself the same thing about the same things in life. We need a break from our own thoughts sometimes, and that break becomes achievable from all things creative, be it music, be it writing, be it you know watching something even sometimes. So I was saying कि तो ये 5 सेंसेस जो यूज करने का कॉन्सेप्ट है, जो अनकॉन्शियसली हो जाता है और हमको रियलाइज नहीं होता है, बिकॉज ऑफ विच वी हैव वेरी प्लेजेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस, उनमें से एक तब होता है जैसा आई वाज मेंशनिंग, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू गो टू अ टेंपल, so what happens there is you all of your senses get activated because um, आप वहां पे जाएंगे तो यू विल हियर बेल्स रिंगिंग, यू विल हियर भजन्स बीइंग सung बाय पीपल, आप लोग को सुनाई, आप लोग वहां पे आपको प्रसाद देंगे कुछ खाने के लिए, सो देयर समथिंग यू आर आल्सो टेस्टिंग, कुछ मीठा
Mm-hmm.
खा रहे हैं. Then temples are or any religious place for that matter, these places are very beautiful and very clean and they're very pleasant to look at. So visually भी आप कुछ ना कुछ information constantly दिमाग में जा रही है. Then obviously you are touching the deity's feet, or maybe you are walking on the stairs barefoot because चप्पल उतारना जरूरी होता है हर religious place के बाहर. तो आपको एक sensation वहां से भी आ रहा है कि you are feeling the cold floor under your feet, or you're feeling the grass under your feet. So because of that, वैसी किसी भी जगह पे you will feel, मंदिरों में लोगों को जाके इतना अच्छा क्यों लगता है, या चर्च में गए हैं आप या किसी मस्जिद में गए हैं तो आपको इतना अच्छा क्यों फील हो रहा है वहां से आने के बाद, because you feel that you were grounded in that moment or during that period of time while you were there, while you were praying, and you're focused on yourself and on what is happening around you in that very moment. So that is why all in all you will notice कि ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है कि आप अपने सारे 5 सेंसेस को एक्टिवेट करके कोई भी एक्टिविटी परफॉर्म करिए, तो it helps you in a lot of ways to in a very therapeutic way, because you are out of your own loops, your own negativity and your own thoughts that sometimes hold you back from experiencing your reality to its fullest. So that is, I think, what a lot of artists also experience while making art. They are completely absorbed and all of their senses are also heightened and functioning better than they do otherwise, which is why आप उस moment में और कुछ नहीं सोच रहे हैं और. So yeah, that's the whole concept why I feel कि this is what leads to having a very therapeutic experience when it comes to making mandalas and making art, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं that process is going to absorb you and your attention and your mental faculties completely. So that is why I would recommend कि अगर कोई भी जो हमें सुनेगा या जो भी ये conversation में जो भी हम लोग भी जो 3 लोग part ले रहे हैं, I think even if there is someone who has not made mandalas before or does not know about them, I think like you should give it a try. You should definitely pick up a pen, pick up a paper. You don't have to be an expert at it. You just have to do it for the sake of enjoying it, having fun and just chilling with it. But I think you should give it a try and एक बार बना के देखना चाहिए कि वो experience कैसा होता है.
I guess that the thing that you mentioned, I guess this applies to children as well, because they are when they are the small kids, they are quite engrossed in what they are doing, whether it's playing with toys or making up an art piece or anything. They're quite engrossed and they don't know, they don't worry about anything, right? They don't have anything to worry about. So they are quite in the flow, and they don't they tend to get they tend to get excited about everything that they do, right? So I guess adults should start doing the same, apply the same logic here, right? You have to get engrossed
Yeah.
in anything that you do. If you do
Hmm.
something with everything that you have, you'll definitely you get the result that you want, right?
Hmm.
And I
That,
got the answer of the connection between peace and religious places, because every time I used to I used to hear people saying that I find very peaceful at this place or at that place. I every time I used to get this question, how do you attach these two things, right? But now that I've learned about these five senses, I'm starting to make this connecting the dots, right?
yeah. That is, yeah, that is true. That is why I said कि आप अगर observe करेंगे and when you start thinking about this, तो ये line of thought काफी endless है, because you can then start identifying more and more experiences, क्योंकि ये both ways work करता है.
Yes.
आप all of your five senses are activated consciously, तो you will have a pleasant experience. और जहाँ पे already एक pleasant experience हो रहा है and you can't understand why is this so pleasant and peaceful, you will realize it is that way because it's activating all of your five senses.
Yes.
So it works both ways. You do it consciously or unconsciously, and you observe that it's happening to you, or you are the one doing it, works well, and I isko isliye that's why people can use this consciously. Jab se I learned that exercise and how to do it during therapy, I realized you can do it with any activity that you're performing, where if you feel that you're distracted in any way and you don't want to be, the moment that you notice that you're distracted, try to ground yourself and try to take in information from all of your five senses, and it helps.
Plus there is this humans crave for symmetry, right? So there is this perfect symmetry in every place that you go, whether it's any religious place or any architectural place where you see symmetry, and then you get engrossed in absorbing that beauty, right? Absorbing that aesthetical piece of art. So you tend to get in the flow of that particular place or particular time being, right?
True.
So yes, Gargi, that the answers that you give were very in depth. To be very honest, कि और जो आपने जो पिछला आंसर दिया ना, उसमें the best part was कि आपने जो वो एक comparison दिखा ना कि when you go to a temple, so you use your five senses, and that was very interesting. Second thing, एक चीज दूसरी interesting थी कि I didn't know कि like when you जब वो एंजाइटी की बात आपने की, तो यूजिंग योर फाइव सेंसेस, मैं ऑब्वियसली सबकॉन्शियसली ये चीज हम करते हैं, बट देन since you said that thing, it was very interesting for me. And the best thing, we can take it as a joke. You said one line, we are never taught this thing, in our Indian society per se, ki we are never taught how to handle anxiety, how to handle failure. और एक साथ जब इतनी सारी चीजें bombard होती है, तो it becomes really hard for a student or for a kid or for a for a youngster like us. So yes. And I really thank you for your time. I mean, for our audience को ये चीज नहीं मालूम होगी, but we had to create 3 different meetings for this particular podcast to come out, and there were some technical issues, time issues as well. But then thanks to Gargi for her time and for her patience, and obviously she's this much patient. It is obvious that she creates mandalas, right? So I thank you very much for everything, for your answers, for your time, and for your
Well, I would
patience.
like to
And
I would like
we
to
are
add
sorry.
I would like to add a few points here. This was by far the best episode we've ever recorded. because
So
I was
yes,
just curious about.
sorry to interrupt, Janice. Sorry to interrupt. Like 3-4 podcasts pehle we had to say this. This is the best podcast, and then day
Yes,
by day we are improving. We're improving. We're improving,
yes,
and I hope we keep on saying this again and again, again and
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
That
yeah. I hope so.
yes, yeah. Sorry, Janice, and you can
yeah.
continue now.
So we were just curious about mandalas. I just wanted to know about mandalas in depth, but what we got to know was beyond mandalas. We got to we got the insights of human psychology, philosophy. We got
Everything.
we touched the concepts of spirituality and religion as well. So I guess we need
Yeah.
to do more podcasts when we talk about psychology and stuff. We will definitely invite Gagi again so that we can talk about
Yes,
these
and
things as
we
well.
hope we want you back again on our on our podcast again.
Yeah.
And yes, to our audience, do check out her Instagram page. The link is on your
Yes,
screen in the
please.
description as well. Do check out, and you can use the code RIFScript for for a special order. There will not be any discount, but you can use the code RIFScript just so
Yeah, your order will be
On
delivered
priority,
quite soon.
order will be
on
delivered
priority customized
yeah, on
orders by
priority.
Rishit.
Yes.
Yeah, I make mandalas on multiple surfaces. They can be like normal pieces of paper that you can get framed. So those I design diary covers also. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I draw on diary covers, also on wooden boxes or cardboard boxes or anything, for people who want to keep something or gift something to someone. And also on wooden slices, like I paint, and I also make a tad bit of psychedelic art, and I do mandalas majorly, obviously. So
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Just
So
so
yes,
wooden
anyone who
boxes.
is wanting,
Just a minute. Wooden boxes. Uh, diary. Then
Diary covers, framed art pieces, boxes, and wood slices.
okay. Okay. So so anyone who is looking for a personalized gift or a customized and who is intrigued by mandalas, you can order from Violent Violins, right? Violet Violins.
Violet violins, yeah.
Yeah.
Violet violins. Yeah, they can.
so
If anyone wants to order anything, they can reach me on my Instagram page,
Yes.
the art
Sorry.
page, which is the dot violet
Yeah.
dot strokes, the violet strokes, and anyone can drop a DM, and then we can talk about it further, and I can,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
make whatever people want.
Yeah. She makes beautiful mandalas, so do check out that page. At least for the
yes,
sake of
Yes,
and
please.
art, yeah.
yeah, exactly. And yes, guys, this podcast is on YouTube as well. But apart from that, we have the audio version of this podcast and our previous podcast on Spotify, Google Podcast, and all the different podcast platforms that are available. The link is in the bio, obviously. And yes, please subscribe kar do. Subscribe, share, everything. It is free, right? The mandala is not free because it takes a lot of effort. But then this thing, जो subscribe button दबाने में effort कुछ नहीं है, वो subscribe करो. It is free, right? And
I
not to
agree.
mention one more thing, Riff script is being sorry, Riff 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 script, Riff script, Riff script has been putting out some interesting reels on their Instagram page. तो वो जो रील्स है वो भी देखो. Get yourself some knowledge. दूसरा कुछ नहीं तो उसको save, share, comment, जो करना है वो करो. But yes, help us to help you. And yes, let's grow together. And thank you, Gargi, for your time. Thank you, Jainish, for your understanding. And I thank myself for
Yeah,
waking up.
I thank both of you for your time and for your patience, and especially Harshvardhan, because we live in a different time zones, and every time I have to push you. I make you do things that you are not. Uh,
No, no, that's okay. That's okay. And yes,
I'd
guys,
like to
don't
thank
forget
you
to check
guys
out my
to
channel.
I'm really thankful to you guys too for doing the podcast with me, because I don't usually get to talk about mandalas at this length and and like, constantly just rant about
Yes,
everything that's going on in my head about them. So yeah, it was really fun for me too. So
Yeah,
thanks for giving me your
indeed.
time, guys.
yeah. And check out
Yes, thank you.
Harshvardhan's YouTube channel and his Instagram. He puts out a lot of content. So take your time out. Do check out Gargi's page, and do also check out Harshvardhan's page. And you can also listen to our podcast on various platforms. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this, and thank you Harshvardhan and Gargi for giving your time. Uh, it's quite appreciated. Riff Script appreciates your time.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good night, good day, anywhere, wherever you are watching this podcast. And have a good day. Have a good night. Stay safe,
Stay
stay
safe. Stay
healthy,
healthy.
stay happy.